Welcome back to the Bob Harden Show. And now here's your host, Bob Harden.
Thanks so much for joining us here on the show. It's brought to you in part by the Foundation for Government Accountability. I proudly serve on the board, creating policies and programs to get able-bodied folks off of welfare and back to work. It's a moral imperative, and you can find out more by visiting the website, thefga.org. We have with us, as I mentioned before the break, Jeff Ahren. He's the Director of Development and Pro Bono Coordinator for a terrific organization, Legal Aid Service of Collier County. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks for the opportunity.
Always happy to have you on the show, Jeff. I've admired the work that you've done for years, and maybe you can tell us about the Legal Aid Service of Collier County.
Sure. Legal Aid is a nonprofit, and we provide free civil legal services to thousands of Collier County residents in need each year, serving essentially some of our most vulnerable population members, including abused children, domestic violence survivors, families facing evictions and foreclosures, seniors, veterans, immigrants, and the disabled, and a host of other folks in need.
Yeah. And, you know, these people, when they have, where do you turn when you are stuck, perhaps not being treated fairly by the bureaucracy, whatever it might be, or find yourself in a difficult legal situation for kids who perhaps have been abandoned? You know, the place that you turn in Collier County is to the Legal Aid Service of Collier County. So how many folks do you serve each year?
Bob, on average, we serve about 3,000 residents in need each year.
Wow.
With free services.
And how are you funded?
Well, as a nonprofit, like many others, we depend on donations from supporters. So we welcome anyone who wants to partner with us and make a contribution to our nonprofit agency and our mission. We also are funded by grants. We are aggressive grant pursuers. But it's really a combination of support that keeps us afloat.
Now, do you have full-time attorneys on staff, or are these volunteers who are working at other firms?
Oh, we actually do have and need to have full-time public interest law staff attorneys. We have 15 full-time staff attorneys working for our Collier County Legal Aid currently, and they're supported by 15 other support staff members so that we can, again, serve those 3,000 individuals that seek our help each year.
Yeah, a great organization. So we can support you, and I know we have an event coming up. It's Art Aid Naples, second charity event coming up this Saturday. Maybe you can tell us about it.
Yeah, Bob, we're very excited about this. I think the members of the community are really going to enjoy it. It's called a Quick Draw charity event. It's going to be held on Saturday, November 23rd at the Naples Beach Club, so it's this Saturday coming up. And essentially what this is the Quick Draw event's going to be some of our region's very best local painters. Fabulously talented list. I mean, it's literally almost like a who's who of some of the finest and most well-respected artists in our local community and from other parts of Florida as well for this event. They'll be painting live all over the grounds of the Beach Hotel starting at 9 o'clock a.m. And it's basically a timed event for the artists. So they're going to have 3 hours to do their painting, and at noon all brushes go down. And then the wonderful part about all of this is, in addition to the tremendous experience of watching all these talented folks create their artwork, is they've graciously donated their paintings that are going to be created that day so that the net proceeds can benefit legal aid. And that's just truly, we're really humbled by the gesture of the artists and this wonderful event that they are doing to support legal aid.
It sounds fantastic. I mean, Mayor Bill Barnett is going to be the auctioneer. He does a great job. But if you can imagine, we have 3 hours for them to put these paintings together. They'll probably be of local subjects, I would imagine, or from scenes from around the hotel. So a beautiful area, maybe water scenes, whatever it might be. But the point is this, that it goes for a terrific organization, and I encourage our listeners. So I think if you want to participate, it's free. I mean, but if you want to participate in the auction, I think it's as little as $10, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure. We welcome all members of the public to come out and to enjoy and check out this great event. It's going to be exciting and fun to watch the artists create. But we do recognize that because there is limited seating at the Beach Hotel, we are suggesting and recommending that folks register in advance. They can buy a ticket for $10 online by visiting artaidnaples.com. They can also show up on the day of the event, but I'm recommending to make sure, because seating is limited, out there by the lawn. It's going to be out on the west lawn for those folks that are familiar with the beach club. They are going to have seats out there, and we want to make sure that all those who want to participate get a chance to be there. But all folks are welcome. You can show up on the day of the event, but I do recommend registering in advance at artaidnaples.com.
Artaidnaples.com is the website. Check out, I mean, the roster of artists is just fantastic. I even saw Paul Arsenault's name on the list.
Yes, we're really, the full list of artists is also contained on that website, artaidnaples.com. But it's truly, we've got a very nice, diverse mix of artists. Some are extremely well established in the Naples community for many years, and others are exciting new artists on the scene. Phil Fisher and Paul Arsenault are some folks that maybe a lot of our listeners are very familiar with. But there's also, for those art lovers or just really folks who want to go out there, and two things. If you want to go out there and see something really exciting and fun that's never been done in Naples before, these plein air events have been held in places like Aspen and Jackson Hole. But this is the first of its kind in Naples. So the team has worked very hard. Laura Bernard and Leslie Vega are the folks who are really founders and
Are you there?
Event. But that's the exciting part, Bob, is that all this talent has come together for what we believe are worthy cause, and we really work hard to help people in need. But I think it's just going to be a fun event, so I think everyone should spread the word. And frankly, you're going to be able to buy some artwork that day right on the spot. And 26 people are going to walk away with some bargains, I'm sure, and get some fantastic art, and maybe get to meet the artist and take their picture with the artist. And you don't get that opportunity everywhere.
No, you certainly don't. And also, in addition to that, the most important thing, I think, is supporting legal aid service of Collier County. So again, go to the website. The website is artaidnaples.com, artaidnaples.com, and check it out. I mean, it's a great way to spend some time on Saturday. I love being around Bill Barnett, meet all the people, and maybe get a painting that you can rotate through the paintings on your walls as well. Jeff Ahren, Director of Development and Pro Bono Coordinator for the Legal Aid Service of Collier County. I genuinely appreciate the work that you do in the community on the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Bob.
My pleasure indeed. Well, that's a wrap here on today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Tomorrow, we're going to visit with Bob Levy. Bob is the chairman of the Cato Institute. We're going to be talking a little bit about liberal versus conservative judges. We'll also visit with Andrew Joppa, Professor Merle will be joining us as well, Professor Larry Bell, endowed professor at the University of Houston in space architecture and author of his latest book, The Weaponization of AI being artificial intelligence, and the Internet, and then the subtitle, How Global Networks of Infotech Overlords Are Expanding Their Control Over Our Lives. Scary title, very well-written book, The Weaponization of AI by Larry Bell. Always appreciate your feedback on the show. You can send me an email at bobharden@hotmail.com, bobharden@hotmail.com. I hope you make it a great day on the Paradise Coast or wherever you are. Namaste.
Thanks so much for listening to the Bob Harden Show on the Bob Harden Broadcasting Network. For more information and audio files of previous shows, visit www.bobharden.com.